Hello, Standard 10. Today we are going to complete the chapter. This is the last topic of chapter 10. Okay, now in the previous class, we completed the clauses proposed by Lord Mountbatten. So, what were the clauses which were proposed by Lord Mountbatten? He said that the country would be divided into two dominions of India and Pakistan. Then he said referendum was to be held in the province of NWFP so as to ascertain whether the people there wish to stay with the Union of India or Pakistan. Then the province of Assam and Bengal and Punjab were to be divided. The state would have the option to join either of the two dominions of India or Pakistan, and the transfer of power was to be formalized on August 15, 1947. This was the provision, these were the chief provisions proposed by Lord Mountbatten. And Congress also accepted, telling that large scale violence and communal riot convinced the Congress leaders that there was no alternative to the partition. Okay, bitter experience of working with the League in the interim government also convinced the Congress leaders that any joint government with the League would be an exercise in futility. And its delaying in partition would have led to further continuation of the British rule. So Congress leaders, they were convinced that further delay in partition or transfer of power will lead to a civil war throughout the country. So in Indian Independence Act of 1947 was passed in the British Parliament. Understood here? The Indian Independence Act of 1947 passed in the British Parliament on July 16, 1947. And this act, main provision of this act were two independent dominions, namely India and Pakistan, shall be set up on August 15, 1947. It means Pakistan was to consist of Sindh, Baluchistan, NWFP, the West Punjab and the East Punjab, whereas rest of the territories were included in India. Then the British government was to have control over the affair of the dominions after August 15, 1947, and would transfer all their powers to the assemblies of India and Pakistan. First, they decided two independent dominions. Then they decided that August 15, 1947, transfer of power to the assemblies of India and Pakistan. Then the office of the Viceroy, you studied after the revolt of 1857. New office was made, that was Office of Viceroy. So this Office of Viceroy was to end forthwith, and it was replaced by a separate Governor General for each dominion. For each dominion means for India separate Governor General and for Pakistan separate Governor General. Then two constituent assembly, one for India, one for Pakistan. So the constituent assembly of both the dominions would frame their respective constitution. And this constituent assembly was made to frame their constitution. India will make the constitution for India and Pakistan will make it for Pakistan and would decide whether to stay with the British Commonwealth or not. Then the constituent assembly of each dominion shall exercise the power of the central legislature. Okay, the legislature of each of the new dominion shall have the full power to make laws for the dominions. So the legislature will make the laws for the dominions, each dominion they will make the laws for the dominions. The right of the king to veto. That time, the king of England, he was having a veto laws. Okay. So now this king to veto was taken from the king and it was given to the governor general. Now no viceroy. Now we have the governor general. Okay. So here the king to veto laws was given up and the right was given to the governor general. Till the new constitution was framed, each of the dominion and all provinces were to govern in accordance with the Act of 1935. And then the state. Now, what is the state? The princely states. It is talking about the princely states. So, princely states would have the choice to join with either of the dominions. Either they can join India or they can join Pakistan or retain their independence. This power, this choice was given to the princely states. The Governor General was given the power to modify or adopt the Government of India Act 1935 by March 31, 1948. Okay, Government of India Act 1935. Any changes? Okay, this power was given to the Governor General and he can do only up to March 31st, 1948. The office of the Secretary of State, this new office was also made after the revolt of 1857. So the office of Secretary of State for India also was abolished. Then agreements with the tribes of NWFP were to be negotiated by the dominions concerned. And the last, the titles of the Emperor of India and the King of England were dropped from the royal style. Now, no more the title like Emperor of India and the King of England. This title was dropped from the royal style. So, you studied about the Indian Independence Act of 1947, where you have to remember two independent dominions, India and Pakistan. Okay, shall be set up on August 15, 1947. British government will transfer the power by August 15, 1947. Office of Viceroy was to end and the separate Governor General for the each dominion. The constituent assemblies of both the dominions would frame their respective constitution and would decide whether to stay with the British Commonwealth or not. Constituent assembly of each dominion shall exercise the power of the central legislature. The legislature of each new dominion shall have full power to make laws for the dominions. The right of the king to veto laws was given up. This right was given to the governor general. Till the new constitution was framed, each of the dominions and all provinces were to be governed in accordance with the Act of 1935. The state would have the choice to join with either of the dominions or to retain their independence. The Governor General was given the powers to modify or adopt the Government of India Act 1935 by March 31st, 1948. The office of Secretary of State for India was to be abolished. Agreement with the tribes of the NWFP were to be negotiated by the dominion concerned, and the title of Emperor of India and the King of England were dropped from the royal style. Here you are not having any option. You have to learn all the points because you have the separate questions. Okay. You may get mention any two provisions of the Indian Independence Act of 1947, two or four. Okay, what happened to the office of Viceroy? It was replaced by separate Governor General for the each dominion. Okay, what happened to the Constituent Assembly? Both the dominions would have the separate Constituent Assembly and will frame the constitution for their own country. Then you have the question, the right to king to veto laws were given up and this right was given to governor general. This is the way the separate questions also can be asked. So please learn Indian Independence Act of 1947. Thank you.